Yeah.
That's so sad.
Not to like immediately kill your mood, but yeah.
No, I mean that's so terrible. Well, yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, who's got it up? That's so sad.
Not to like immediately kill your mood, but yeah.
No, I mean that's so terrible. All right, who's got YouTube up? Make it go away. That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, who's got it up? That's so sad.
Not to like immediately kill your mood, but yeah.
No, I mean that's so terrible. Whoever has YouTube up, make it stop. That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, who's got it up? That's so sad.
Not to like immediately kill your mood, but yeah.
No, I mean that's so terrible. Whoever has YouTube up, make it stop. That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, who's got it up? So sad.
Not to like immediately kill your mood, but yeah.
No, I mean that's so terrible. Whoever has YouTube up, make it stop. That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, who's got it up? So sad.
Not to like immediately kill your mood.
Okay, I had to make that stop. You all are free to unmute yourselves. That happens.
This just keep happening with Dana.
It is. Okay, I'm sharing the Facebook. Yay. Yay. How's everyone doing?
Ready for my therapy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm actually still at work, so I'm going to be in and out as we do this. So.
Boo.
Yeah, we have all the evacuees from Houston because I run hotels.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yep.
So it's been an insane week. So.
No, I totally get it. I went to Walmart, and that was what was happening. Is there was a ton of people that had evacuated from the coast. In fact,
and we've had 6 months of not having any business because nobody's traveling, and now suddenly we went from nothing to an entire hotel full for 3 days, with very high need guests. Like many of them were on life assistance. I mean, literally, like we were wheelchairing people into their rooms, which is not something we're set up for in normal times. And right now we're massively understaffed. So
yeah. Wow, Bethany. Wow. It's Casey Gilbert.
Casey.
Hi, honey.
Wow, really?
Hey, Casey.
How was your road trip?
What?
How was your road trip?
Oh, it was fine. It was lots of driving. Nolan bailed in Nashville, so I had to drive the last 13 hours by myself.
What?
I want to get stuck in the hurricane that didn't hit us. Yeah, it was a time. And now I'm in Utah, so.
Wait, what are you doing in Utah?
Just here for a week visiting my grandparents.
Perfect.
The grandparents. Hey, sweet
Hi.
girl. Hey, David. Hey, Keith. Hey, Cody. Hey, son. Hey, newest son.
I don't know if she'd be newest. This has been in there forever. So
True.
I'm pretty sure I predate some of your other kids.
Probably so, yeah.
We start the show?
Kind of, but you need to play our intro.
That's what I'm about to do.
Yay!
What?
The dead.
What?
What?
Okay.
Osho.
That's what Ryder says now. He goes, what? If he doesn't if he doesn't want to answer the question or he doesn't want to hear you, he just goes, what?
Fill your glasses up and sit your asses down. Coming to you live from their living rooms to yours, it's time for Dads After Dark.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dads After Dark, episode whatever, who cares? The point is we have Mark and Linda here joining us for Dads After Dark after a fantastic show. Our co-host, just like Mike, is not here. So
Not coming back.
I sent her links to everything I knew how to send links to. So I
yeah,
don't know.
well,
That's cool.
this is
Cool.
not abnormal for those of you that follow us because
It's all bueno.
normally someone is not here, Mike.
She's
And-
just doing her best to live up to Mike's. Like,
Well, and I will tell you, I went in to tell my wife goodnight because sometimes this goes late. And she goes, "Why was Mike not there?" I said, "Well, because he's moved, and I think, yeah, et cetera, et cetera." She goes, "But he had time to post a TikTok about Phantom of the Opera."
He did. I saw that. Yeah.
Ooh.
This is how I know my dad wasn't watching, is that my dad sent me TikToks.
Hey, Jen.
So, okay, somebody's listening to the show and needs to mute because Dana will have a conniption. All right, thank you. Sorry about the technical difficulties where we were watching a video and there was no audio. Apologize about that.
Well, the funny thing on that was that when she had started back up again, and when you came back for a minute, you were muted. So it was almost like you'd given her your voice or something.
Yeah, a host of comedic errors while we were down a host. But
What
Christy
you
did a great
eating?
job.
What you eating, Dana?
Cheese and crackers. Just something to put in my stomach after the show.
Mm.
After the
KP, I'm gonna text her again. Wow.
yeah, because we got to ask the question about the body.
Yeah, we're gonna ask the question, and she has to be here for that.
Yep.
That's fair. Mark and Linda. So when did you first meet each of our three? Well, I guess right now 2 of the dads.
No, you have the story.
Okay. Well, I have a couple of them. So,
Yeah.
okay. So which Diva Dados gets in trouble for not remembering people?
Mike.
Mike.
Oh, he's not here. So I feel for him because, like, I don't know why, as long as I've known Rodney from sitting outside of Christie's, but then when he started getting up on stage, like, it just didn't connect. That means you're such a good actor, Rodney, that when you were on stage, I couldn't tell it was Rodney. And then
I'll take that.
Dana, even though we did all that karaoke, like, it was like, wait, that's the same guy?
I'm not impressionable.
I saw him at theater company and I said, "Oh, that's the SpongeBob guy from karaoke.
SpongeBob.
You did the SpongeBob imitation."
I did do that. Yes.
Let's hear it now.
Oh, I'm eating crackers.
Crackers.
Like that's ever stopped you.
So how did you only know him from being on stage?
I think so.
Saw
I
him
think
in shows.
that's why I saw him in shows because I don't bounce around town as much as you do.
Well, ain't nobody bouncing around anywhere now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the bouncing days are over.
No.
Well, hopefully they're not over. Hopefully they'll come back.
Postponed.
Postponed.
That's really sad.
Casey, what's happening with your hair, girl?
She just took a shower.
Adorable.
I did.
Keep it just like that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Wet forever. I also cut 10 inches off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
short.
Did you hear me burn you earlier with the Jason? What is his name?
Jason
Yeah.
Robert.
Did you hear that?
I watched.
Was that you or Tyler that kept insisting on doing that?
It was Tyler.
It was
I did-
Tyler.
I made Mark play "Letting You Go" about 400,000 times. You were getting mad at him for playing that one note of "Goodbye Until Tomorrow."
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
That was obnoxious.
But I feel like we got rid of
Good
that
times.
and replaced. No, because we had "Letting You Go" in both shows. But
And
"Letting
that
You Go" is the one
that's
that
a
you.
good song.
That's the one that you liked.
Yeah, I love it song.
We actually didn't make you play cats. I want to acknowledge that.
That's true.
No, you didn't.
We thought about it.
I would have remembered.
We really thought about it. I made my
Could have been a
couple of my
memory.
most recent cabaret play cats.
Yes, David.
Perfect.
So your mom.
Keith, what's your favorite cat song?
McCavity, there's no one like McCavity.
Okay.
I just remember
Casey,
watching that, and what was her name? Nella? Singing that, and I just remember thinking like, oh, she's incredible. She was also Aida, and that's just like a whole nother
She was amazing.
topic. But yeah, I really love that. And you sing that too.
I have tried to track her down a couple of times, just like whenever that show pops up in memories. And she's like not on Facebook. I've never like seen her. She did like 2 shows and then we never saw her again.
Yeah, I remember she was in and out.
Casey, now sing your version of McCavity that you did in your cabaret.
Anxiety, anxiety. There's nothing like anxiety. What are the words? What are the rest of the words? Don't know. But my friend Emily wrote the entire song with words about anxiety, and you can find it on YouTube.
I think my favorite one was when y'all did the Natural Woman when you were doing your like ode to beta blockers.
Oh, yes. In the round 2 of our show, we did a mashup of an ode to beta blockers, and it was what betas can do, what bacon can do from Waitress. The betas and I, the wizard and I, and then Natural Woman. And it was just my favorite moment of
Special
the show.
Absolutely brilliant. All right, KP, welcome to the party. You can ask your naughty questions now that we're in Dads After Dark.
First, Cooper wants to say hi.
Hi, Cooper.
Oh, hey.
Feeling just wants this treat, and then Ida wants to say hi to you.
Also, hi to Jim Bob, who was like hanging out in the back of the episode.
Yeah, there he is. And then Jim.
Hi, Jim Bob.
Hey, Jim Bob.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, he's just over there watching some scary movie with his headphones on, so we could hang out in the living room together.
Cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, the puppies want more of those treats, but I only have those 2. I want to know. The question is, for both of you, what is your favorite part of your partner's anatomy? I should do it like this. I should say, what do you say your partner will say is your favorite part?
Oh, yeah, that's better. The Bob, you
The newlywed game.
Okay, what do you think I'm going to say? I know you're afraid, but what do you think I'm going to say?
I have no clue. I have no clue what you'll say. What do you think I'll say about you?
Mark will say about me that he loves every single part of me.
That's what I was going to say.
That does sound like something Mark would say.
It does sound like something Mark would say.
That's fine.
All right, several of you know me well enough to probably know what I'm going to say. I'll give you a hint.
Not that well.
Let's see if you can figure it out. Clark Gable, Billy D. Williams.
Some of us are younger
His
than you think,
mustache?
Linda.
I'm sorry.
I love me both of them.
No, Jennifer, stop. Okay, all right, fair. No, I love a cabezon. There's nothing better than a big cabeza.
I was going to say his
I love
head.
a big fat cabeza.
Oh, I thought it was big ears and swagger.
Well, no, yeah.
But
No,
he doesn't
yeah,
have big ears.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Well, now
He
let's
has
go
a-
around the room. What is everybody's favorite part of Mark's body?
His brain.
You're first, Cody.
Oh, do you guys have a couple hours? Here we go. Okay, so number 1. Let me...
Okay, let's make it real weird now.
Just adopted you. So
Yeah, just adopted you. Keep that in mind.
True. It's true. I mean, some of you guys saw Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Complicated relationships with my dad is kind of what I do. So
That's true. That's a good point.
And you wear pajamas. Wow, yeah.
This is turning into a different type of therapy session.
Sorry. Okay. Well, what was your answer going to be? I'm sorry, dear.
For you,
Yeah.
your eyes.
Oh.
I fell in love with her eyes. She sang in the church choir. I played piano for the church choir, and I saw her eyes across the room.
How very Roger and Rent of you.
So married.
And I saw the twins, and I still. Yeah, that's right.
Are any of your children watching?
Oh, hell no. Oh, Maria maybe, but no.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Did you tell them about it?
I told Maria. Maria's the only one I told. Evan probably would have wanted to watch. Yeah.
Also, Cody's very insulted that you didn't say like, yes,
Yeah.
our child Cody.
One of your kids
And
is-
I knew that my child
you.
Cody already knew about it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness. Kat, what's up?
She's muted.
She's muted.
I'm in DFW, so I'm
Oh.
at my parents' house, which is why I'm in a pink room with boxes.
I mean,
Nice.
don't make fun
Hefto.
of pink rooms. I just
It's all
came back.
Patrick's stuff. This is his home office since he works in Fort Worth now and lives with my parents. So
Beautiful.
yeah,
Beautiful.
Did he
I'm
paint
sleeping
it
on
pink?
bunk beds. No, it came pink when they bought the house 2.5, 3 years ago.
You guys,
Yeah.
I just realized this is an iconic moment. We have Flotsam and Jetsam on the show today.
We do.
Which one is which?
There's
Hate
Ursula.
all y'all.
We still want to make shirts for you, Keith.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're making t-shirts.
Good. I deserve one with my real name.
Jetsam?
No,
I hate you.
I'm Jetsam.
Honestly, the joke is so like I don't even know which one is real and which one is the joke anymore because
Here's the thing. The joke is my reaction to people saying, "Oh, what's your name?" And I'm like, you know what? You don't deserve my reaction, okay?
It's just like True West with was it Philip Seymour Hoffman and John Riley, where they would just switch roles every night. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's actually what happened here. Just every other night you were Flotsam, and then you alternated.
he was always
You know?
Jetsam. I mean Flotsam.
Where are you at, Kiki?
He just has to take the dog out. He'll be right back.
I am in Seattle, Washington, on a layover for work. So I'm chilling in my hotel room right now. I'm drinking a ginger ale.
So you are still working then?
Oh,
I am working until tomorrow.
Oh.
And then,
I thought you might have gotten past it. When I saw
yeah, so I got the big F, the big furlough. It's crazy. I got this trip because I'm a reserve flight attendant. So I basically am on call and I go pretty much wherever I'm told. And so I got this trip. And so it's actually a 3-day trip. Yesterday I was in Fort Myers, Florida. Today I'm in Seattle, Washington. It's really cool. I've done a really long trip so far. But tomorrow I fly back to New York. And then basically after that, I am done. I took a leave of absence for September because I knew that being furloughed was on the horizon. And so I kind of like wanted to get myself prepared for that. So technically my last day is October 1st, but I won't be flying at all next month. So yeah.
So you're
That
coming
sucks.
back to the barn?
Coming back to the bar, baby.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, my philosophy on it is that my motto for 2020 has been, it is what it is. And you kind of just have to, in these times, kind of just keep your chin up and move forward. And that's kind of what I'm doing. And I've already started looking at new opportunities. Like I'm back in school for the fall. And so I'm just taking one class because I'm like trying to like slowly work my way back in. But, you know, just doing something like that where I probably wouldn't have been able to do that if this weren't to have happened, I think is like a really cool opportunity. And, you know, just getting to be back home with friends and family, you know, like I've been out here in the wilderness for a while, and it'll be good to be home and see some friends and family for sure.
Oh, Dana, are you trying to speak now?
I have a question. Were you working on Wednesday?
What was Wednesday? Like
2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah.
No, I actually was in Montana with my family on vacation.
Oh, lucky you.
Yes.
There
So-
may have been an outage for your internet capabilities on your planes.
Oh, I remember this. It was frustrating for you.
Yes.
You?
Oh no,
you were
that
on
was
one of-
Tuesday. That was Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I was still in Montana. Wait,
That
you were
was-
on an American flight?
No, he was the problem. He called
As usual,
What's
he's
new
the
there?
problem.
I work for
new?
Viasat, so we supply.
Oh, you do.
So
You
let me
supply
tell
my
you.
internet.
So Riley, I thought she was gonna like choke herself out. Like it was so stressful. We had so many because you could pay for service, but then you got stuck in a loop and you couldn't get online. And so
Oh no.
yeah, it was bad.
No, yeah, I was on the ground, thankfully. Otherwise, I would have been one of those people.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But,
Yes. Yes, thank you for flying American. No, your Wi-Fi does not work. Thank you for
no, you will
giving
not
us
be able
money,
to
though.
watch internet. Yes.
Where's live TV? How come there's no live TV anymore? Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Doesn't
you get
exist.
it. I get it. We're good.
Remember in like the beginning of the pandemic when everyone like had grace and was kind to each other because they were like, oh, we're all going through a hard time. And
Yeah,
then
that shit's gone.
window. Yeah, I know.
We lost
They were
one
not
in
like
April.
people have been through it. They're like, oh, we're past that phase now. Like,
Hate everybody.
Exactly.
That was also the time whenever they were going to pay teachers whatever we would ask for. That has also gone away.
No,
We pay teachers?
Un poco.
Wait, I want to get back to talking about Linda's performance career. So we talked a lot about like you being on stage and like what would tempt you, which is like next to nothing. So would you ever do
that musical.
stand-up?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think because I know you love improv and
Anything improv or anything where I don't have to be expected to actually walk on in a certain time or stand in a certain place, I'd probably be okay.
Maybe we'll get you in the melodrama. You can go sit down at the piano when I let Mark get up.
Can she be his stunt double, Jennifer?
Yeah.
That's genius.
There's an idea.
No, I think you have a future in stand-up, Linda. I think this is something we need to pursue for you.
Right?
That's what I do.
because
That's right in my classroom every day. Like you guys should come. Well, you're not allowed to right now, but
Right. We need something we can see.
yeah.
I missed an
It gets
hour and a
pretty- it
half
gets pretty
of
crazy.
the Diva Dads, but did you guys talk about White Rabbit, Red Rabbit?
Briefly.
We just briefly touched on it.
Okay, because that was the last time that Linda performed that I'm aware of, and it was the
That
only
was the
time
only
that I got
time.
to see Linda perform.
That's the only time I've performed.
Well,
And it was
that and
fantastic.
The memorial for Randy.
For Randy,
Yeah.
because, okay, so this was the running gag. To explain that, the running gag between, because you remember we could always just go sit in the theater. And I would always go sit at the back of the theater. Me and Stacy, usually I would pick up Stacy's mom or whatever, you know, and we'd go sit at the back of the theater.
She's got to
And,
go.
Yeah, and I go, and Randy would come up to me like kind of like a joke. He'd go, "Oh, are you going out for the show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Randy." And I've got my audition piece all picked out. It's going to be because I love Jimmy Cagney. There's a moment where Melancholy Baby and Jennifer's the only one who's going to know this because Jennifer knows. Maybe David might
I know this.
They're the old Jimmy Cagney movie, and they go Melancholy Baby, key of G. And so I kept telling Randy, yeah, I'm going to do Melancholy Baby, key of G. And he'd go, great. And I'd say, Randy, you know I'm not really going to do that. I'm not doing it. And every time he'd be like, oh, really? I'm like, no, Randy, you know I'm not auditioning. I'm just sitting at the back of the theater. And so that, we'd go back and forth about that. So that's what I did at the memorial when I had sang Melancholy Baby.
It was his birthday. I was trying to think of like the timing of it, but I'm pretty sure we did that on his birthday.
Yeah, it was on his birthday.
Oh, yes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jennifer's back.
But yeah, that was, I do not know how you guys do it. Like there are so many moving parts to being in a show. And then not only that, like that whole thing where even if you're only a small part, you have to show up every night. Screw that. Like, what?
Never mind, I just threw you out of the melodrama.
I'm not doing that.
Well done, Linda.
I know, like I'm so proud of you guys. I really am. I super admire performers. But no, I mean, no. I guess. Well, well, never mind. Yeah.
You just gotta get you with somebody with a really good schedule that actually calls you when you're needed instead of just for 8 hours a day when you're in one half of a scene. This is not TTC related, but
I mean, there have been tons of roles over the years that at home I perform and sing, and in my mind I sound really good at. You know, but right, Keith? Keith's like, yes. And Keith still, baby, my favorite thing is when you were Jesus. I'm just gonna say.
Thank you.
My favorite thing was when you were Jafar in Aladdin Jr.
Yes.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was pretty good too.
It was
Yeah.
brilliant, and I loved it every moment of it. You were my favorite little man, and I loved you so much.
I just remember that freaking makeup was the worst.
Then, like I like, was it your eyebrows?
My eyebrows, my sister would do my eyebrows every time, and I just remember she would like use this pencil and just like draw them on, and it hurt so bad because like at the time I didn't ever wear makeup, and so doing this elaborate makeup was like horrible. But yeah, oh my gosh,
Wait,
that was.
They were so good, and you were just
Jennifer
like
said. What Jennifer said.
Oh, Camelot. I love the smoky eye that Adrian wouldn't let you have, but it was beautiful.
I loved Keith and Camelot. I loved his hair in Camelot.
Yes.
I loved my whole look, like my like the eyeliner, the hair,
the scene when you like
outfits.
sat in the throne and like Corey walked into the other room.
I think the greatest part was knowing that Corey was my dad, and you have these two completely different guys. Also Corey in that show in general is like,
I mean, Camelot was incredible.
Insane. Oh my gosh, he is.
That was the best 6 hours I ever had.
I'll tell you, I watched Camelot the first time we did it. No offense to Burritz's, but I really hated every moment of that show, and I don't have a lot of memory besides that. And it wasn't about the people. I just hated everything about watching that show.
What?
The first time I'd seen it, and I just hated.
You didn't like Tom Lemons?
No, I hated the whole show. I hated.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to. I don't have a really good memory. What I'm saying is, I left, and I was like, I hate that show. Like,
it must have been the accents.
Well, I was like,
it
wasn't that I hated the way people did the show. It was the first time I'd ever seen Camelot. It was my first introduction to it, and I did not enjoy it.
That's fair.
And then years later, Jackson made friends with Corey in Big, or I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe Camelot was before Big.
Camelot was the show before Big.
Maybe Jackson had just gotten the theater bug or whatever, but he was like, we got to go see Camelot. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to see Camelot. Like, I hate that show. And then we went, and it was brilliant. And I loved it. So I don't know what changed about me or the show.
I
thought Corey was brilliant, and I just loved it.
Adrian, correct me if I'm wrong, but we did a different version than the previous one, correct? Or like.
But here's what I will say, Christy, I hated it when we did it. I hated it.
Cool. I don't know why.
It's not a great show. It's just not well constructed.
I mean, I know a lot of reasons why, but I mean, this wasn't a fun experience. But that show, like, it was going to be part of that season no matter what. And I had the same feelings towards My Fair Lady. And I was like, oh gosh, I have to do this show. So I have to embrace it. But like, both of them had this effect on me where like it started with this determination of like, this show sucks and I've got to make it good. And then it was like, no, this show doesn't suck. Like, you just have to have like the right people, and you like have to do.
Okay, you just said something that reminded me. Okay, this is my actual dream role. Don't laugh, anybody. My actual dream role is Freddie in My Fair Lady. I spent my whole junior high life. I love that song. And I spent my whole junior high life illegally mailing things in the mailbox at the end of the street where Tony Zerly lived.
Linda, you stalker.
And that's like a federal offense. I would pick up leaves and sticks and stuff. And I would walk down the street singing, I have often walked down this street before. And I'd go mail something in the mailbox, hoping that Tony would see me. To flash forward to was it my 40th high school reunion where I saw Tony? Anyway, to flash forward where I see Tony Zerly, and I'm talking to Tony Zerly about this, and Tony's like, he's like, I never even noticed that you walked down my street. So that's my dream.
Wait. This brings up a question though.
A young man walking down the street singing to a woman. I don't know what that means, but there you have it.
Mark, how many felonies has she committed for you?
Right?
Sorry, that's
Adrian.
Hold on. This is in his rider. We're not allowed to talk about this, so we're gonna.
Oh, nice.
Oh, right.
Mike's not here. We're good.
Adrian, you raised an interesting point that you felt the same way about My Fair Lady. They're both Lerner and Lowe shows.
Oh, I know. I know.
And do you feel the same way about Brigadoon?
Oh no, Brigadoon just sucks.
Yes.
But also, I haven't done Brigadoon yet, so like I might have a different feeling after I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
they're both beautiful shows that have beautiful moments and a lot of really terrible moments. And it's just slow.
With Camelot, I love like the characters because the characters are used in so many different ways. Like, what is the Richard Gere one? Is it First Night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Love that movie. And so those characters have been used in like so many different ways. Oh, shut up, Dana.
What's he doing? What's David? Oh.
He's shaking his head at me. But I just didn't like Camelot. I really, really didn't.
Yeah.
But part of it was like the experience when we did it the first time was rough. Like it was rough. There was a number, Fi on Goodness, that like Randy just straight up cut.
Yeah.
Like during Tech Week, because he was like, you guys can't get it together. He's always, the number of times he's threatened to cut a number if we don't get it together. And then that was the only time I've ever actually seen him do it. He totally
He
cut
did it in Dr. Dolittle as well.
Yep. That happened too.
So I got a question about all this. So, like, if you watch a theater production of, let's say, My Fair Lady, and you're like, oh, okay, it was decent, but then you're like in it and you're getting to see the intricacies of the characters and whatever, does that change your opinion, good or bad, of the show?
Wait, we saw like a mediocre production and does it change?
Well, so I'll use Mamma Mia for an example, because I saw Mamma Mia. I love ABBA, but I was like, it was all right. But then being in the show, not because I was in the show, but it was more like seeing all of the more in-depth character development and stuff that the actors went through, and then what ended up happening on stage. Like, I can say, holy crap, like that was amazing. Like what came out on stage versus what was in the film was way more insane. So
but that's a testament, Dana, to art just being, art is all your perception, because Mamma Mia, that's a show that a lot of people came to see and people raved about it, but there's going to be someone that would have left saying meh. And a lot of it, when it comes to community theater, does have to do with the connections that you have. When you go see a production somewhere else where you don't know, well, there's some people singing and they might be good, and some people dancing and they might be good, but you don't have that connection. That's part of the beauty of community theater, is because it's not just talented people singing and dancing, but it's people you're connected to that are singing and dancing. And so, and the other beauty about community theater is that you see people grow. So specifically, you, Mike, and Rodney. Mike showed up in Sweeney Todd. You guys came in My Fair Lady, but your growth over that year can be seen by the people that come to see our shows time after time after time. So it's not like someone just shows up and it's like, oh, that guy, he was fun. It's like, oh, that was that guy that did that one thing and look what he's doing now. So it's not just about the characters in the show, but it's about the actors that you are now familiar with, because it's this community theater that you've become familiar with.
Yeah, I had that experience with Big, because I just went to watch Big because Jackson was in it and Dustin and Shiloh and the rest of the party was in it.
But you never came to see Christy Petty in a show, though?
Never once.
No.
Not one time. Not even one time.
Not once.
Like a million of them.
But I had other things. But I went and saw that show just to see those people, and I remember like watching the show and enjoying the show, and afterwards, whatever. But then whenever Alan Bryant posted the pictures of the show now, and I almost responded like, if I had no idea at the time that whenever I watched the show that I would love all these people so much, and almost to a person, like tons of those people I've either been in shows with or have seen in other productions, or know them because they're friends of my kids. So
how many Deuterinos have you had?
I just had one Deuterino, but I've had a couple of seltzers. Ranch
No, but
water.
that's a good example of Rodney, is because a lot of those kids, they were
Parker,
great and they were hilarious, but then you see them grow over the years. So then when you see them do something special, like, you know, just a little part, like Macy's part in My Fair Lady was very small, but people see her on stage and like your heart goes out to her. You know, Jennifer, we talked about the beautiful door frame that we had for your tea scene. That was Rodney's doing. Thank you, Cody. But you know, you see people like that and you see them grow and it adds to the performance. And that's one of the cool things about community theater.
Macy in Frozen as Olaf was sick. Like, I was like, is that little Macy? Like, oh my God. Like, yeah, 100%. I agree.
That's our most quoted line is, yeah, why?
Yeah,
why?
Why? Macy had to do a project the other day for her theater class where she had to interview me. So I got to talk to her on Zoom, and I'm pretty sure it put me in a good mood for, I mean, like at least 3 hours. So. What's up, Scott?
Oh,
Scott.
Parker is here. We just got home from my mom's birthday.
Ah.
Nice.
So, Scott, this came in my goodie bag from the drive-by party.
That thing's dangerous.
And I shot my wife with it, and I ended up getting her. Thank you, Parker, for the Nerf gun. I bought my wife one, but it was bigger, and it's like huge darts. And we were in our production meeting on Tuesday night for our Diva Dad show, and someone, my wife, came in and shot me in the face with the mega dart from hers, and then it was on. It was this whole thing that interrupted our, as Dobby says, meeting.
Linda.
I love Charlotte.
Okay, I'm not using translation. Stacey's the question.
Yeah, she said, "¿Por qué me invitaste? Why didn't you invite me?"
Oh, is that what it was?
She was asking, why didn't you invite me? And I said, because I didn't have time, because I don't have time to do anything. So now she has a question, but we didn't get to ask.
I was trying to like do my little translation. I thought it was, never mind. I'm not good
Why
at
didn't, she said, ¿por qué no me dijiste? Why didn't you tell me about?
Tell me.
this?"
Okay. Why didn't you tell me? That's what I thought. Okay. Mark, what is your dream role?
Wow. Well, one thing that came to that question got asked in the regular session.
But it was like your dream role that you could do now, but your just dream role, even regardless of being deaf and old and gray and.
Right.
Oh, snap.
It was Argus's question.
He said.
But then I thought, you know, one thing that I'd always wanted to do that I'm too old to do now, but I always did want to play the baker.
The baker?
And Into the Woods, yeah. Mainly just because
the baker is an age role? Do you think the baker has an age?
No, it doesn't have an age.
Yeah, I think you could still play the baker.
Well, he's childless, so I guess you could say that he's been trying for a long time.
You can be Abraham and I can be Sarah. You could be the baker.
It would actually kind of make the ending quite beautiful when he has a kid and he's at that age and he finally has what he wants after, like, you know, 80 years. How old are you? And he's sitting there alone. So
I was about to say, Cody, that's beautiful. And
And Reed could be your dad.
That's all I've ever wanted.
So Cody, Reed would be your grandfather.
There we go.
A funny moment from the test I gave in Spanish class today. We always, it's a beginning of the year. ¿Cómo es la señora B? What's señora B like? What is she like? This kid puts es vieja. I'm like, wow, okay, boom. She's old. Oh, yeah. But who puts that on the test? And I was just like,
Who doesn't want a good grade?
no, I was really impressed with that.
My second year Spanish teacher, one of my classmates nicknamed her Vieja. She's actually very young, but
I mean, well, you got to kind of admire that.
Yeah.
My mom helped me write. We added a line into Bye Bye Birdie. Adrienne Rao played Paul's mom, and there was a moment when I was yelling at her, and we we added like ad-libbed a line in Spanish where I said I couldn't wait until she was dead, and I called her an
Yes,
old
I
remember
rat.
remember.
that.
Yes.
I remember that.
That was good. That's funny.
David Manuel. So the other night we were Riley's schedule now ends on Wednesday, so she has Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She works 410,
Party.
and so Wednesday, she may have been drinking a little, and she put on the Mamma Mia soundtrack from the Broadway musical, and we were singing along, of course. And I told the story to her that in Super Trooper, right before we all three dads came out, we had like everyone was huddled around me, and David Manuel was like right here singing so that he could,
because none of us had microphones.
Right.
None of the Greek chorus had a microphone, so we had to kind of congregate around. I remember one we did it for a warm up one time, and I remember hearing Cynthia or somebody saying, "Oh, that sounded real. It sounds really good." It's like, yeah, it'd be nice if we were mic'd so you could hear it. But
I think that was such a large cast, and I don't know who was running sound for that. I don't remember.
It was
Austin.
What was his name?
The guy
Did he have the ponytail?
Hair, yeah.
Nathan.
Oh, Wyatt.
Wyatt.
It was like
Like we only had so many mics, and it was such a freaking
Wyatt,
huge.
like roller skating Wyatt?
No, different Wyatt. That Wyatt is long gone.
That Wyatt's been gone a long time.
I just remember that I was told whenever I wasn't on stage, because I did have a microphone, that my microphone was gonna be on backstage. Which, granted, I sang backstage for the most part, but I also talked backstage for the lot of the most
you needed
part.
Catherine to cover for you, like she did with the dads.
Yes.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, what you got to do.
That is
It's
a
funny you
great.
say that.
I've already taken care of it, says Catherine.
Yay, she's here. We had a nickname, Keith, for you and Ben and
She is.
Hannah and Maddie. There was like a nickname for the four of you because you were the four like best friends. So
Mhm.
at the chorus numbers, the four of you would always be like mics on.
Yeah.
When I was first getting involved in TTC, one of the first things I did was sound. My first show I acted in, and then the next show I did sound for, and that was My Fair Lady back in 2009, I want to say, whatever year it was that we did it. And I was there as like a 14 or 15-year-old kid wanting to be involved with people, but being up in the sound booth. And so I would put on the earbuds and you could isolate whichever channels you wanted to. Catherine's nodding because she knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I
And you
do
could
that all
just
the
sit
time.
there and listen to
This
all
is
the
when
fun
this-
conversations that everyone was having.
It's so much
And
fun
which-
at the beginning, like
it's
when they're
great.
all in the dressing rooms getting ready,
Oh, it's
and
so
their mics
fun.
are just sitting.
Oh, that's
It's
so
great.
And I did
cool.
sound for The Little Mermaid, and Keith was just always backstage, always chatting about something. So, you know.
Wait, and after
Here's the
After
thing.
Dark, I have a story about Keith in that show.
After dark. Oh.
Oh, wait, what?
Hey, Stacy's here. We should let her
I
ask her
know,
question. Ask your question, Stacy.
We only see Puppy.
Oh.
Sorry, hang on. I don't usually do this on my phone. I didn't know what was happening.
Hi, honey.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Hi.
Lady of the Lake.
Okay. Oh, wait, but you said my question was already answered.
Yeah, but
Yes,
we can
but
talk more about
let
it.
Kim answer it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mark, tell me about your dream role.
I mentioned that one of the things I've always wanted to play was Baker in Wood.
But he thinks he's too old. And then we said, no, it's ageless.
For Bakers?
Yeah.
Ageless.
Yeah.
Baker is ageless.
He can
I agree.
still do it in its fourth iteration.
Fourth iteration, right? No.
Stacey, what's your dream role?
3 more years.
I want to do it one time. I've never done that show.
Stacey, what's your dream role?
Oh. George Washington?
Yes.
When it's 1776?
No.
Hamilton.
Both.
I
Yeah,
thought of
both, yeah.
1776 too, as my first thought.
I would be down with that though, because
But can you keep your eyes open without blinking? And get spit on your face the whole time.
different character, Linda. Different
Oh,
character.
no, sorry. That's George.
That's my
That's
dream
King
role now.
George.
That's Jennifer's.
I can
keyword.
play that. I can do that.
Girl, you can. But there was an all-female version of 1776
was.
like 2 summers ago.
Like 2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, if we can do shows again, like I would be down to do that version of 1776.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah.
1776 is old and it has not aged well.
It hasn't aged well, but that's kind of the fun part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, can we talk about the fact that it takes place in 1776? So aging isn't, I mean, it's history, so never mind.
But history has its eyes on us.
I think it's okay. We don't have anything to learn from history, so
No, because it's not like it repeats itself at any point. Keith, your
Yeah.
hair looks great. You can relax.
It's a tick that I have. I feel like I always have to fix my hair.
Mark,
been doing it since he was like 8.
Here.
You what?
One of your co-stars is here, Mark.
Oh, I see. I see. See, now you're connected.
Co-star. Stacey, we talked a lot about Follies tonight.
Yes, I
oh,
told her.
I love Follies.
And
I told her about all our conversations, how you were like, I'm struggling with acting angry. And I said, then I just channel all that stuff I've told you, girl. And then there's that beautiful photo where you're across the stage looking daggers at him. And it's like,
There was so much scowling in that show. A lot of
Angry
scowling.
Oh my god.
Also, I think Riley licked my face once. That was fun.
I believe you.
Yeah. So, Linda, what's your dream role?
Is Amy?
I just shared that it's from My Fair Lady. I want to be Freddie and walk down the street.
Hi. I joined.
Hey. Hi. Oh my gosh.
sorry, Linda, continue.
I'm sorry. Hi. Sorry. She's almost of age, so this is okay.
Oh no, yeah, she's great. She's great.
No, we're being good. We're mostly behaving.
That's all good.
Mostly.
He's not the youngest one here by a long shot.
Kate, what are you doing there?
Some hair treatment.
Oh, I thought it was a drink. I thought it was a shaker. I was excited, and this is hair treatment.
No, it's only one. There need to be 2 others then.
Kate, how are you doing? How was today?
Here's my other 2 treatments.
There you go. Three treatment, Mitchell. There you go.
Truly. I also have 3 drinks. Today was amazing. Today was exhausting. I just got home. So I'm very tired, and I took a shower to get all of the sunscreen out of my hair and sweat. And now I'm just hanging out listening to you guys.
I think I'm really digging the when Kate cries segment.
Really?
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get really creative with it. I think I'm gonna try to film a whole bunch at one time, but I'm gonna change outfits and like hair colors and stuff.
Okay, that's like secrets of production. You're not supposed to say that.
Oh, a little so that they don't like forward through that part of the show. No,
no secrets here. Also, I'm gonna redo that jingle.
That's fair. I mean,
I like the Addams Family pick, though.
part.
I love
Oh,
that.
I'm keeping the pictures, redoing the song.
Yeah, the pictures are pretty perfect, like with the tears.
Yes.
Because that was something that I was told to do. That was something I found out that the Broadway actress did for that chorus role. And I was like, I'm going to have a backstory. I did. Perfect.
Cody, are you okay?
Huh?
Cody's got his mask on.
He's
Oh yes, I'm actually at work, so I'm like running in and out. So as guests come up, I'm just throwing it on.
I was wondering, you're in a sports coat and freaking like.
Well, then
looks like
Amy
an
joined, and you don't know. So I really had to mask
I was
up.
gonna ask. I was wearing that too, Cody, because you look so dapper.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Cody.
I know.
How
goodness.
is having to wear a mask all the time affecting your ability to wear a pencil behind your ear?
So, well, this brings up a sad question, or a sad response, is that I no longer keep the pencil behind my ear.
What?
I
Who are
know
you?
It's largely because of the mask, because you can't keep it there. It
Well,
doesn't
it's easy to get the
stay.
lead out, huh, Cody?
Do you have it in a pocket?
No, David. No.
I try to keep it in a pocket, but it just doesn't last. That's why I keep it. But here's the thing, Jennifer. There's only like 3 people on this call who know what you're talking about. So,
That's not true. That's not true.
You need to grow out your hair and have a bun because that's where I put my pencils and pens.
Another thing you can do is put like a little elastic loop on the front of your mask so you can just have a pencil like right on the front of your mask.
That's the solution.
Does anyone have any questions for Mark and Linda that they didn't get to submit?
Actually already answered the one I was thinking of. I was thinking about the 2 Into the Woods shows and what that would have been like to do the same show twice in different roles and stuff. But,
yeah. Well, it was fun. It was an interesting experience, especially since it was a pretty large span of time in between them.
Yeah.
Hard.
So
I'm hoping when we do it again that I get a different role other than Snake Left Revolve.
Yeah. Wait, did I miss something?
You just love it, don't you, Dobby? You just
Dana, here's what happens. Dana will try to speak and someone, it's Zoom. This sucks, guys. Like, we're having to do this on Zoom. And so someone talks and Dana goes, like this wallflower. Any other person is like, no, I'm speaking, I'm gonna speak. But Dana just goes, I'm a victim.
Oh, that's
my God.
It's your turn, Dana. You can speak now.
It concerns our meetings in karaoke world. What is your go-to karaoke song?
I bet Stacey Erskine can answer this one. Stacey Erskine, for the win. What is my go-to karaoke song? She knows. One of the few, yeah.
Oh gosh.
No, you know.
Put her on the spot.
No, she's gonna know. I believe in her. She's gonna win $100.
Stacey, if you're a good friend, what is Linda's
No, she always
go-to
knows my answer.
karaoke
She always
song?
does.
This is so much
Would
pressure.
you like to phone a friend?
Jennifer knows
I
too,
would.
probably.
And I'd like to
You can
call
phone
Linda
Jennifer.
Bendixson.
Jennifer will know.
Oh, wait. I know you did a song from Oklahoma with Mark. With the farmer and the cowman. Or something.
But in karaoke, usually what do I sing? What artists?
You're So Vain? Is that it?
Yes.
Is it Carly Simon?
I totally was thinking
It's
that. but
gotta
I-
be an alto. It's gotta be something I could do alto. It's gotta be Carly. It's gotta be Carol King. Carol King or yeah.
You can't go wrong with Carol King.
Barry White.
You can't go wrong with Barry White.
Move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacey.
So what I'm hearing is we need to do Beautiful whenever TTC gets back up on its feet. Beautiful, the Carole King musical is our go-to.
Do you not think that's not at the top of my list?
I mean, that's valid, but we'll finally get Linda on stage.
Hey, the Roger Pine breakdown this week was done by a guest host. It was done by Alana, but we did Oklahoma.
It was fantastic.
No, the way she described it was a better show than Oklahoma could ever be. So
Well, that's a low bar.
I
would totally pay money to see what Alana described as
Oh, it
Oklahoma.
was amazing. It was amazing. Also, Casey, your hair, it's like drying and this length is amazing.
It's so pretty.
The curls are fantastic.
Shorter and shorter and shorter.
I love it.
Casey, are you back?
I'm in Utah. LOL.
Hello.
So I
Elder Price.
What are you doing in Utah? What are you doing in Utah?
My grandparents live here, so I'm visiting them.
Oh, cool.
So what you're saying is their house here with the pizza oven is currently empty?
Right, I know.
That's the first thing, yeah.
We're all
Right.
Hold on a second.
I'll be back.
Here as in Brian?
Yeah,
College
they have
Station?
a really cool house.
There's a
that we
pizza
go hang
oven
out at.
available?
There's so many things available at that place.
That's great.
We can have an outdoor gathering on the porch one of these days because I expect to be spending a lot more time there come election season.
Yay! Excellent.
A pizza oven.
We'll have drinks.
Dana's stuck on the pizza.
I am.
I am too. I haven't had solid food in 3 days.
But you drank your 5th one in 3 days. No.
15.
Okay.
I don't know why that was difficult for anyone.
I didn't get it. But apparently I wasn't the only one. Thank you, Dave Emmanuel.
Yeah, I thought she meant 5 drinks in 3 days. I was like, you drinking 1 juice a day or 1.5 a day? What's going on?
Has no one else done a juice cleanse? Come on, people.
No.
Do mimosas count?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mine counts. I'm on juice 8 now.
Oh,
this is
I
think it's Stacy.
I don't know what's happening.
Wait.
Normally,
wow, it's like
say
being on a
that's
call with Dana.
Christy Petty.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Stacy's on twice. She needs to mute one of them and everything. Mute everything on one of them, I think.
I think we're good. I went to the village today in between like getting some work done and then going to take care of my nephews. And I got to see Christy and I got to see Alana and get a TBA, which makes me so happy. But there was a moment where I was like, am I going to order coffee or should I just like start drinking now?
You're at the village, so.
It was a tough decision. I did get coffee.
Let's do both.
Yeah. I was late to getting my drink, and the benevolent person in me could say, well, that was out of respect to Mark and all of his years of sobriety now. But the truth was, I was dealing with the dreaded disease of cat and lap. And so once the cat finally got up, I was able to go ahead and get my cocktail.
Nice.
So a joke was made a few shows ago about Dana taking a nap before the show. That's starting to become a thing. Like I drink a couple beers, eat some lunch or dinner, and I sleep for like 30 minutes, and then
take your Metamucil.
Where's the burn?
Such a jerk. We got about
Katie?
4
Katie
minutes
still
left
there?
on
Katie needs
After
to make
Dark.
her burn thing.
All right.
Hey.
4 minutes left for After Dark. Any other questions for Mark and Linda?
Yeah, I have a question for Mark. What person that you shared the stage with like only 1 or 2 times made a major impact on you, and why?
That's a really
Reed
good question.
Self.
That's a great question.
Why is it
Reed
me?
for sure?
And why is it Reed Self?
Yeah.
He said Reed Self earlier, but there's other ones too. I mean,
Come on, Mark.
Oh.
Oh, that's true. It kind of an interesting one last year.
was that only last year?
It was last year.
Gosh, so much has happened.
Andrew Roebler and I did
Andrew,
Godspell
yeah.
together for Brazos Valley.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Jesus and Judas.
Yeah, and Andrew would come over to the house and help me with my Judas, because I was having some trouble, nailing that part, and he was again, it was sort of like what I was describing with Brian Burritz helping me in Follies. He came over, he knew the right questions to ask, he knew how to lead me to the place I needed to be, and there's not many people that I've been able to do that with. The other person would be Stacey Erskine. Is she still here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stacey and I, it was really, really cool in Follies. We had these scenes together that were kind of intense because we were both pretty awful people.
Oh, not at
Only
all.
one of
Not
them
at
was
all.
actually
Not at
awful,
all.
so it was hard. Yeah.
But she and I would find these little corners to go over our fight scenes, and TTC. Well,
Everybody was.
thank you. And Stacey was just so amazing because she, she's one of these people who I've always respected because of her education in the arts, her ability to teach. And I've just felt like I learned a lot just working those small scenes with her, because a lot of our characters had to come through in those little fight scenes, basically. In fact, she had a whole song. What was the name of that song where you just yelled at me about my pills and everything? Do you remember the one?
Dun, dun, dun. It was that.
Could I leave you?
Could I leave you?
Could I leave you? Yes.
Yes.
It's like everything in our relationship is encapsulated in this one song where she's singing about all these things she does to take care of me. And she's basically, could I leave you? Yeah, I could. So anyway.
Well, Stacey and I had a lot of conversations about it.
Oh, really? I didn't know
No,
that.
no, I mean, I just, artistic.
Yeah, I'm glad you were there for her to help her.
And then y'all were back
Research.
together in Spamalot in a completely different scenario.
Spamalot, yes. And
Fun.
Spamalot, we made up.
Made up.
Mhm. The song that goes like this.
Nanette, are you kidding me?
I don't think we could block that song the way we did these days because she was
No.
grabbing my face and
You can't. It has to be socially distanced. I got plans. It's happening.
okay.
Yeah.
So Dobson, you had mentioned community theater being a little different than other types of arts, and I think that's something I had never really considered until Mark just said that, where I was in this role with this person in this role, and then later both of us opposite each other in a totally different role. And I'm assuming Jennifer Hargis with Stage Center, you see that as well, where you've got kind of some of the same players doing totally different roles, and being able to morph or manipulate yourself or your character in a way. It's just amazing to me. I don't know. I got no words. It's just cool. I love the fact that we have this platform to kind of talk about this stuff, because especially as a new actor, like I'm like just blown away and learn so much just from these sessions with not just the shows, but the After Dark, where we kind of get a little more into some of this stuff. So thank you guys.
I also have some social distance ideas that I'd like to run by you. So
Well, we're at 61 minutes, so sorry.
You can
run them by, but after.
Kate's trying to say something.
I'm picturing the song that goes like this, but socially distanced with two boats. And instead of touching each other's face and like shoulders and stuff, we get sticks and attach those little tiny hands to them. So you're just like,
wait, hold on. Sister, how did you totally read my mind? So, okay.
They have foam ones.
Well, we're doing, oh, I didn't even think about the foam ones. But so I think we announced this last week. We're doing a somewhat follow-up to the telethon. It's called Rain on Me, but it's REIGN, because it's all about like royalty. We're doing a lot of Disney songs, but we're throwing in other like royalty moments. And one of the things that we're gonna do is the song that goes like this. And I had full intentions of like a long pole with fake hands from a doll, like touching each other.
Great minds, my friend. Great minds.
Great minds. Stacey, you excited?
I love it.
So excited.
Ending with a teaser for that. I like that.
Hey, has anybody called the Sea Witch song? Can I be a Sea Witch? I want to do that.
Yeah, Taylor is reprising her role to do Poor Unfortunate Souls with Flotsam and Jetsam.
Oh
my gosh.
Not
Keith,
Jetsam
you
and
have to put
Flotsam?
on that black outfit again.
Never again will I
That's
put
what
on
you said
that
during Jesus Christ
bodysuit.
Superstar.
No, we're gonna make T-shirts so that they know.
No, Adrian, make him wear the suit.
Here's the thing. I said after Jesus Christ Superstar, I was never wearing that bodysuit
I got
again.
you a free cookie the other day.
Don't remind me of that.
And then Randy put me in the bodysuit again, and I said, only for you, Randy. Only for you.
I think it would take a lot more than a cookie to get him in that thing again.
Also, he got his own free cookie because it was his birthday.
No, okay, but here's what happened. Is it was really late at night and we walk in and I just casually mentioned that it was his birthday. And this was like what I was doing as a birthday cake. We ordered 4 cookies. They gave us 6 and didn't charge us for any of them. So we were like, bye. It was great.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us at Dad's After Dark. We will continue the party. If you want to keep with the party, then follow us on Facebook and you'll know what the Zoom is and you can join us.
Wait, do it like Mike. Do it like Mike.
So, I follow us on whatever social media you choose. you can go to not I Believe in TV.
No, you're terrible at this.
I am terrible at this.
After the after party, it's the Facebook group.
Okay,
you should like it.
R. Kelly, no.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.